Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming to my last Great League team. I think honestly this is probably my best Great League team, although it does have limitations, which I will go over in 1 second here. And then I got up to 2915 again, like fourth time over 2900, dropped again at the ending. So I'm at like 2850. I'll use it again today, Wednesday, and then I'll go into Ultra League tomorrow. But the team is Froslass, Lanturn, Sableye, and how I came up with this team is I basically always, I mentioned the trifecta, the fighters, basically a medicham. And Deoxys to a certain extent. And then flyers, mostly noctowl, lanturn as the third, and steals, right? Registeel Bastiodon, right? So I wanted a trifecta that can basically cover all those Pokemon. So I started with Froslass because I'm like, Froslass is going to be the best answer to noctowl, and it beats medicham. It's going to have problems with Bastiodon. And Lanturn, you're going to get outpaced by Lanturn because two surfs take you out. So I needed something to deal with basically the steals and Lanturn. So I'm like, my own Lanturn's probably good for that because it will deal with like Bastiodon, holds up with Glaring Stunfisk and stuff like that. And then it mirror matches there. And then I'm like, this team is weak to Trevenant on the front and like Glaring Stunfisk to a certain extent. So I needed like a safe, and then sableye kind of fit the bill. So that's why I put the team together. The glaring weakness on this team is, so I basically stay in any lead. I come with the Dunsparce here. So I usually just try and ship, and then I'll decide probably Lanturn because Lanturn's pretty bulky. Basically, I'm only leaving if I see a sableye, trevenant, and even trevenant I sometimes try and get a avalanche off before I bail. Sableye, Trevenant, Bastiodon, and Registeel are probably, and like a fire, but I didn't see any fires. So those are the main ones I'm bailing on, but otherwise I'm staying in. And depends on what I see on the leads. Sometimes Sableye safe swap, sometimes Lanturn safe swap. Obviously, if it's a Trevenant lead, that's why I usually stay with Trevenant, because Sableye is fine. You can come Lanturn, and that's an okay match. That's a good matchup for you, actually. But if it's a Trevenant, you can't really come just straight Sableye, because then you're kind of stuck at the ending. So sometimes I just stay in with Froslass, sometimes I switch to Sableye. The other huge weakness on this team, which you're going to see in the loss here, is Umbreon, because Umbreon is just going to severely outpace your Froslass, and it's super effective. And the foul play is resisted, and claws are resisted on Sableye, so you need to land in return, and you're just going to be outbulked on the Lanturn. So a couple losses I had was to Umbreon. So if you want, you can try and switch up like a Sableye or something to have more options. I really like this team because the amount of times I ran to 2915 again was because I saw, you're going to see the win against the Medicham Charizard Noctowl line, a lot of Lanturn Noctowl cores out there, and you have two super answers to Noctowl on this team with Lanturn and Froslass, which is why I really like it. And then obviously Sableye is weaker, but then Sableye is going to cover your just most of your other like Trevenant is the main thing that's you're covering with it. So you could, if you want it, I was going to say, you can put in a dark, I was going to say, if you want to cover Trevenant and Sableye better, you can put in a dark Pokemon like Umbreon. The only problem with that is it takes away one of your Medicham answers. It takes away a better answer for the steals, like Bastiodon and stuff would be a little tougher. But I like the team. Ran, and then I went 3-7 to end the day. So again, I will use it again this morning, and then I will go into Ultra League tomorrow. I got Ultra League videos for Premier and Open teams, so check those out tomorrow. And then I will grind Ultra League. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I think Ultra League Premier, because if you see in my teams tomorrow, I think there's a core of like Pidgeot and Scrafty, which I have, which will do very, very strong. So I may grind that out for a bit, but we will see how it goes. But yeah, I am actually really happy that Great League is done. I think this is the worst I've ever done in Great League. I think most of my Great League battles were losses, quite honestly. Again, I ran with this team. I'm up with this team. I will use it again tomorrow because even though it has weaknesses, I think it is strong. And then we will go from there. But yeah, I think I think I saw a bit of a shift. I went 3-7 in my last two sets because I saw a couple like old teams, like Azumarill, Umbreon, like Altaria sort of teams, like really old school teams that just kind of outpace me and just outbulk me in bad matchups there. But yeah, for the most part, this meta is stale. I really don't like it. I really don't like this meta. I'm hoping they change stuff. I think I'm gonna probably do a video in the next couple weeks saying what I think needs to be done, like what moves need to be updated. And some of you have already made suggestions. So if you have any more suggestions, leave them in the comments below. What you think needs to be done to switch up the meta. I've seen some people say rebuff Walrein and Nidoqueen. I've seen some say like buff up like Fire Fang, or like the Fire Fang, stuff like that. I've seen people say like some other stuff. So if you have any ideas, like put in the comments below, and I'll probably use some of them. I just think that the meta needs to change. It is really stale. Like I had more fun in the Electric Cup than I had in a single Electric Cup, which is not smart. I had way more fun there than I did in Great League. So that just tells you how stale Great League is, if that's the case, right? And then I need to figure out more Pokemon to build. Is the Noibat? I think the Noibat Community Day is this weekend. Noibat Community Day is, I was gonna say useless, but I wanted to make a funny short. So I don't even know how to spell it, but yeah, I think that's this weekend. It's not worth. Honestly, the only reason I'm gonna do it is because it's like 3-time catch dust, and I have a ton of research stacked that I need to do. But for the most part, that is it for the Great League. There is 3 weeks left. So it is Ultra League and Ultra League Premier, which again, teams tomorrow. And then you have Open, Ultra League, and Love Cup. So Love Cup is a Great League one, and Love Cup's pretty open, like, because it's based on, like, it's not typings, it's colors of Pokemon. So you have a lot more options there. Oh, there's 4 weeks left. Because then there's Master League and Master League Premier. I'm going to ask you right now, if you have any Master League open battles, please send them to me, because February 16th to February 23rd is Master League and Master League Premier, which are both level 50. And I built up, I am starting with all these power up tasks. I've powered up my Dragonite, my Metagross, and my Gyarados is going to be level 50 by the time Master League Premier is on, and I will use that team, because if you watched my past video where I gained like 400 and something ELO, that was the team, right? Gyarados lead, Dragonite, and Metagross. So I will just use that for a full week. I'll bring you one battle there. But otherwise, I'm not going to have any Pokemon to use in these leagues. So if you have Master League open level 50 videos, please send them my way. Link in the description below. I will 100% showcase them, because I have nothing to do there. And then the last week is Master League open with a Mega. So you can use 1 Mega Pokemon. And then the Hoenn Cup. So let me look up the Hoenn Pokedex right now while these battles play out. Hoenn Pokedex. Okay, so you got your starters of Sceptile, Blaziken, Swampert. Oh god. Okay, anytime Swampert's on a list, you know it's gonna be one. Linoon, it could be a spicy pick. Ludicolo as like a Razor Leafer as an option there. Shiftry should be fun actually. I liked using Shiftry back in the day. Oh, Pelipper. Gardevoir if you want like a Charmer. Vigoroth, right? There's your safe swap. Vigoroth against almost anything there. Hariyama as a fighter. Why am I seeing Gyarados there? That's not right. They've got like some weird ones put in here. Like the Geodude's, like that's not right. So if any of these dexes are not right, please let me know. Mawile, I have one that I need to TM Frustration away. and get a couple more candies, and I want to use it. Aggron. Is Medicham in this? Ooh. So I think it'll be mostly the same. I don't know if this is actually the entire dex because this is like all over the place. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll update you closer to. But there's options. It's gonna be pretty meta, but I think it is what it is. It's the last week, so hopefully you guys have hit legend before that. I'm wondering also, well, I was about to say they can't nerf Surf because Lanturn at times seems overpowered, but then like you can't, I mean, not that you use Surf against Noctowl anyway, so you could nerf Surf a little bit, make it a little tougher in other matchups. Medicham's been in the top spot for so long now, or near the top. What do? You can't. Oh, and you can't buff Ice Punch like I mentioned before either, because Medicham has Ice Punch. Because I mentioned before, like, you should buff like Ice Punch. So Ice Punch on like Sand Slash and all these other Pokemon will be cool, like, because it will give you more play against Noctowl. But if you buff Ice Punch, your already dominant Medicham becomes even more dominant. And you can't nerf Shadow Ball, because that kind of destroys, or not Shadow Ball, Psychic? Could you nerf Psychic for Medicham? Because there's not a lot of Pokemon in the meta that use Psychic. So you could nerf Psychic, knock down Medicham a little bit. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Anyways, who knows what they're going to do. Anyways, that's the video. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments. Again, let me know in the comments below if you, actually, I don't know if I asked that. What I said in the comments, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think is going to be nerfed or buffed for next season. And then please, like I said, if you have any Master League videos, please send them my way. Link in the description. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.